Hello, it's Keith from Kinvert, and we've got another example of solving quadratics by factoring. In this case, we have x squared plus 2x minus 13 equals 2. Now, we want to get this factored. The problem is, this is not yet in standard form. For this to work, the equation basically needs to be in standard form, or it's going to be a little more complicated here. So, a is 1, because we just have x squared, b is 2, and c is negative 13, but that's not true, right? We need to get this to standard form, so we need the right side to be 0. What we're going to do is take away 2 from both sides, and what are we going to be left with here? We still have x squared plus 2x, and then we have minus negative 13 minus 2, that's minus 15. That is going to be set to 0. And now we're ready to start factoring. Remember that it needs to be in standard form right here where the right side is 0. So let's start factoring this. Let's see here. So it's just x squared. So we can rest assured here that it's just going to be an x and an x, probably. It won't necessarily work out that way, but I think it will. And let's see, we need numbers that multiply to 15, negative 15, and add to 2. So what numbers do we have? We have 1 multiplies with 15, 2 isn't going to work because that'd go to 14, 3 works, 3 and 5 work, and 4 would not work, and then 5, well, we've already got 5 here, so these are our possibilities. Now, if you see, this is negative 15, so one of these has to be negative. All right, so which is going to be negative? If we have 3 minus 5, that goes to negative 2. So it's got to be the 3 that's negative, I think. So let's try x minus 3 and x plus 5. And then we're going to FOIL this out. All right, so FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. And let's start doing that. We've got first x times x, that's x squared, okay, plus first outside, that's 5x, plus 5x, plus first outside inside, negative 3 times x, plus a negative 3x, and then last is negative 3 and 5, so that's minus 15. Now we want to combine like terms. There's only one x squared plus 5 minus 3, so that is 2x. And then that's our only constant, minus 15. So this does, we just expanded it out, and this does work as a factor for that. So now it's time to solve for these roots, because we have this equals 0. Let's start solving that. Our first one is x minus 3 equals 0. So what we want to do is get rid of this negative 3, so we're going to add 3 to both sides, and that is going to leave us with x equals 3. This is one of our roots for this quadratic equation. The next one is x plus 5. X plus 5 equals 0, and we want to cancel out that constant. So we have a minus 5 on both sides, and that is going to leave us with x is negative 5. That is our other 0 for this. So the two answers are x equals 3 and x equals negative 5. All right, so these are the solutions to that quadratic equation. Because remember, anything times anything, let's write it this way, 0 times, we'll call it a, is 0, no matter what a is. And that's true whether it's 0 times a plus b or anything in here. It's still 0, right? And so all we've got to do is set this to 0. We want this to find a 0. We want to find a 0 for this. And that's going to be our two solutions. And in this case, it is x equals 3 and x equals negative 5. So this is Keith from Kinvert. We went over quadratics by factoring, and in this case one of them was negative. and it worked out. So hope you found this helpful, and we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.